that this is basically where the law is, but we have also seen a part of it in the no ball law and the dead ball law also, because any this provision affects the various places. And as you can see, this is in red. That means this has been done uh, in 2022, 1st October 2022. All right. Striker's right to play the ball. The striker has a right to play the ball or make a legitimate second strike always without interference. After it has been delivered, without interference from the wicketkeeper or any other fielder. Nobody is his right to play the ball is paramount. No member of the fielding side can obstruct his this action of his. His right is paramount. And if anybody tries to interfere, uh, there'll be restrictions on the action of the wicketkeeper. You will see interference with the wicketkeeper by the striker. There are two laws that they have referred to. The striker is we'll discuss them. However, the striker may only attempt to play the ball if some part of his bat or person, whether grounded or raised, remains within the pitch as defined in Law 6.1. We have seen earlier that now he is restricted on three sides from he can't leave the pitch to play the ball. When we discussed the no ball law and the dead ball law, we saw that earlier the batters would uh, go much outside the pitch and play the ball. They were being allowed to do the law allowed to do it. Now they are not allowed to do it. The umpire will immediately call dead ball. The umpire will immediately call dead ball. This is the same thing, which is this is the basic place in the law, but then it has its effect also in the dead ball law, and we saw also in the no ball law. Should no part of the striker's bat or person remain within the pitch whilst the striker is playing the ball, either umpire shall immediately call and signal dead ball. Either umpire shall immediately call and signal dead ball, because when the law MCC communicated this, they said that we now consider it as extremely dangerous to the fielder or any fielder. It's extremely dangerous, so we want him to absolutely not go into the field to chase the ball to hit it. I showed you some videos where they would go very far to hit the ball. This happened in IPL in a couple of instances, and other places also. Uh, uh, Shane Watson's ball, he chased even up to gully. So all that is dangerous. The law says it is dangerous now, and we are not going to permit it. For several years, this thought did not occur to them, but I am happy to have contributed to this particular line of thought that it is extremely dangerous, extremely dangerous. So therefore, now they stop it. They have realized that it is very dangerous and can't be allowed. All right. Give me a second in case I have missed something here. Yes. Yes. Any questions on this Law 25? Any questions here? Yes. Quite a few interesting things here, and थोड़ा टेढ़ा मेढ़ा है. Something for you to grasp and understand. It is important, and now especially because you might, if runners are law of runners are used, then you have to use that knowledge. Yes. Anything? Any questions, please, or anything? Any point that I have made with which you differ? I keep telling you
Um,
that. Yes. Go on.
yeah, I was gonna ask question. So
Yes.
going back to the runner, so anytime whenever injured striker plays the ball and the runner and the non-strikers run, regardless of which end the bails are clipped, if the injured striker is out of his ground, he's out.
No, correction.
Is it only
So,
with the wicketkeeper's end?
yes, because that is his ground. That is his only ground. That end is not my ground at all. So
Okay.
if
Okay.
I give you an example, let me just give you an example. Suppose I run in the rush of things. I run.
Yeah.
My runner doesn't run. I and the non-striker run, and the wicket at the other end is broken. Wicket keeper is already the runner has come here. That other end is broken. I cannot be out there.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay.
It is the non-striker who will be out.
Okay.
See, take a situation where the runner is inside his ground. The runner has never left the wicketkeeper's end. Okay,
Yeah.
uh, the striker has left and he's outside his ground there. The non-striker has reached inside the wicketkeeper or the wicketkeeper's end inside. Now you've got how many batsmen there? The runner and the non-striker are there. The runner was there first, and the wicket at the bowler's end is broken. Who's out?
The non-striker.
Yes, non-striker is out because one thing, striker can never be out at that end. That is regardless of where I am. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Second, the second, applying the normal run-out law, which we will be seeing very soon. When the runner has secured his ground and he is joined by another player, that fellow is unsafe. So therefore, non-striker will be out at that end.
Hmm.
Am I
Okay.
okay with that?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
okay with that? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me anything else. Yes. Anything else? Hello,
No, that's all I have.
Shubhada. I would. Yeah. Okay. Shubhada, I would want you to question whatever I say, huh? Even if you differ. I'd welcome a difference of opinion. That gives me a chance to convince you.
Yes,
Yes.
sir, but what happens to
Never. Never.
this runner law? Like, they're not applying from.
No.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Yes. I can hear you. Tell me.
Like, uh, I will just stop this Bluetooth.
See, I welcome not dissent, but disagreement. I have told you, don't be shy of asking me questions or justifying any statement of mine. I
Yes.
welcome you to do it. Don't carry away any different view from the lesson. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Shweta, you got a
I,
bad connection today? Yes, yes. Shubhada, you were saying something?
no, I was just saying
Sorry.
basically my questions are from my practical experience, whatever I feels
Yes,
or whatever I have experienced. So, but this runner law, we are not using from quite, I think, few years.
yes,
So that's why I
yes,
was just recalling the time I used to read this law. We
yes,
just
yes.
left. This law was suddenly left,
See,
like, so that's
I
why I'm just listening.
no, I quite understand because this is wrong that they have stopped teaching the runner law. They have stopped teaching. I was told when I went 2021-22 when I was appointed for MCA classes. Uh, I was in fact told that we are not, don't teach them the run out law. We'll also not ask any questions on the run out law. But suppose you do go and umpire a game where they say, sir, madam, we'll use runners. Then what will you do?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't tell them. You cannot tell them, मैंने सीखा ही नहीं. I have not learned the learn out.
Yes, sir.
or
So that's
or
why I was just listening and recalling all the incident
yes, yes,
we used to think about ki, what if this
yes,
happened, what if this happened. So I was just recalling those incidents.
yes, yes, yes. And like I told you that instance where I am umpiring or you're umpiring that road safety or senior cricket. Suppose senior cricket you are appointed somewhere over 40s, over 60s, and they want you to use runners. I mean, some of today's younger lot will say, ki, oh, I've got to go back to the classroom to learn the run out law. Then your local association is not going to run classes for just the runner's law. So इसलिए better to inform. That is why I'm wanting to teach the runner law because it can always come back.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Or there can be situations. Yes, yes.
And
Yes, George, anything?
no,
Yes,
no.
yes.
With
Subhadar.
these,
No,
with these like former players, the playing conditions are literally they bend and twist the playing condition with this with these former player. So yeah, it is important to learn. This law
Yes,
is
important.
important.
In fact, in that RSWS, that example I was giving, we started with the session with the captains telling them that runners won't be used. Runners won't be used. We started with telling them. Brian Lara wasn't there in the meeting because we had a lot of heavy rain there and there was a festival at Kanpur at that time. I think Chhat tha ya kya tha, I don't remember because it is right along the riverside, Ganges. And it was a mela, the whole town was a mela. And some of the teams didn't make it to that briefing. So, and when the England side came out with a runner, one batter came out with a runner, then the umpire stopped them. And Brian said that why don't we allow the senior cricket? It happened that way. But it can very well happen that you are invited to umpire in over 40s or in over 60s tournament. A lot of these things take place nowadays, and they are very, very likely to decide to use runners, allow the use of runners. Then you are in trouble. Oh, I don't know how to apply the runner law. Understand? So better to have arm, put it in your drawer for the time being, but do refresh it from time to time. Yes, George, you were saying something, George.
no, no, no. I was just thinking. I'm curious. There were no. We didn't discuss about. I mean, we didn't. I mean, I didn't see anything about both striker and non-striker having runners.
Oh, it has happened. It has happened. It has happened.
Yeah, that'll complicate it even more for the it'll complicate umpire's job.
Very much so. Very much so. Having two runners is as it is having one runner on the field of play. I'll tell you what will happen is if you are the bowlers and umpire, you are in the habit, like I have been in the habit of always running to the end, to the same side as the wicket, where the ball is hit, the same side. I always do that. Now you can't follow that instinct of yours. It becomes a bit of a problem. Suppose the runner is here and the ball is hit here. Normally I would run this side. But because the runner is running on this side, I have to go on the other side. Runner is naturally at square leg and he is somewhat deep. Now, if I run here in a sharp run, uh, he might end up behind me. So that risk is always there. It is a very, very disturbing factor. Your routine is disturbed. So you have to always remember that I have to go here. I have to go here. I can't go that side. I have to go to the off side. I can't go to the leg side. You always got to. And having two runners becomes is double trouble. Usually there isn't a problem because one is always there and one is at your end. So there are only two, not one, not really double trouble. But it can be troublesome. What is more troublesome also is now uh, who is the runner? Everybody is helmeted. Everybody looks the same. Who is the runner? And who is the injured batsman? So I believe that there is a sufficient cause for putting an armband at least on the runner, an armband at least on the runner, or fish out your handkerchief and put it around, tie it around his arm, and just to be able to recognize at all times, be very clear who the runner is or who the injured striker is, who the injured striker, because everybody looks the same, same clothing, same helmet, everything is the same. That there lies some danger there. There lies something that makes a problem. It a big problem.
Imagine
And
they all
can
end up on the same side.
yes, yes. Oh, ho, ho. You can't imagine. You can imagine, and you on the field, you don't have a third umpire. The third umpire, and see, another thing is, even the third umpire, he doesn't know who's who. You can
I
imagine
don't know.
a situation where everybody is there, all three of them are running. You don't know who's who. The third umpire also
I'm
will have a lot.
happy. I'm happy we don't have runners. I mean, I know you don't agree with that. I'm happy
No,
because in the leagues where we umpire here, we usually have just one neutral umpire, and then
uh,
when the bowler starts his run up, our brains are full. So
our brains
if
are.
you add these runners, then I don't think we could manage.
No, see, why I don't like is that it is unfair. It is
True.
unfair.
Yeah.
Grossly unfair. You're allowing one side, the fielding side, to uh, take runner, take a substitute, whereas the batter doesn't allow. It is not right, to my mind. See, we are here to for years actually, for centuries, this runner business has gone going on. You're not making anything easier for make rules to make things easier for the umpire. No, there are many other areas where you can make things easier for umpires. You are making the life of umpires difficult by uh, making such impracticable rules. The waist high ball and all that. How so many is not simply not possible in real time to judge that. And that run the no ball over an imaginary middle line. How are you to judge a no ball like that? So you're not making life difficult easy for umpires. So this doesn't make life easy. For centuries it has been practiced. For centuries it has been practiced and people have been following it. Now, on the contrary, it is all the more possible to do it because you have help from the third umpire, which we never had. On a Saturday Sunday game, you don't have that help. On a bigger games, you have that help. Where did the runner business stop? At the top level, and there he has percolated downwards. Now you tell me what difficulty does the umpire elite panel umpire have where he's got the services of a third umpire in judging the intricacies of a runner, that the intricacies created by the use of a runner, the difficulties created. He has no difficulty. He only has to pick up the walkie-talkie and tell the third umpire, help me with this. Why should it be starting from there? It is you and I at the lower level, we will experience difficulty. Why should they have any difficulty and then they make a rule and then everybody follows suit? Silly. It should rather be that for the applicable there they should apply it. What is wrong in applying? But then somebody doesn't seem to think that it is unfair. So therefore it is there. That is how. Yes. Any other questions, please? So we will go to law 26 tomorrow, practice on the field, which has some interesting provisions, and we will see what they mean by this. Okay. And yes, any questions, please, before I stop the recording for today?
Yes, going back to the question I asked earlier, right? That about
Yes.
law 24,
Yes.
batter having a penalty time. Maybe we
Yes.
can discuss that tomorrow or the next session when we after we answer those see the answers from your question sheet.
No
So
problem. But
that's
tell me
probably
what your difficulty is. Just tell me what your difficulty is.
I'm I'm not able to find a example where batter has um negative penalty time, because if the substitute is out of the field when the when his side starts to bat, he will come and tell the umpire anyway that okay, I'm fit, I can play. Now his offset starts. I cannot think about any batter who will already have negative time and he hasn't informed the umpire yet.
No, see, why one is not? It is very likely to happen. Now, imagine a situation. uh, this man is off the field, okay, or he's on
Okay.
the field. It doesn't matter. He's on the field or is off the field. His side innings, the opposite side bat, his side was fielding. Opposite side's innings were completed. So now he is now the batter. When his innings ends, when his innings ends, he's 90 minutes minus 90. Alright? After the 10-minute break, play is called. That is where his clock starts ticking. Okay? His uh, the clock starts ticking. Now, if there is a suspension in his side's batting innings, suppose they played for 30 minutes and there is an unscheduled break of 20 minutes. Unscheduled break of 20 minutes. 30 minutes his side went on, so he got plus 30 there. Automatically he will get it. His side continues. And but if he wants to benefit for those 20 minutes, so during those 20 minutes he has to come and tell the umpire that I am okay to play. I am okay to play if you are. Then in that case, I will give him 20 minutes. Another I will make him plus 50. I will make him. So the only thing is that he has just been put on par with the fielding side, that particular fellow. He is supposed to inform you. Otherwise, if he doesn't approach you at all, then I will not give him the benefit of 20 minutes at all. That's all it is. That's
Okay.
all it is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That is the
Yeah. Yeah. That's clear.
that is all it is. If he wants to derive the benefits, he has to come and tell me. Okay. So ठीक है, I'll switch off the recording then for today. All right. See you then.